Hello everyone and welcome to another Find Your Flow Yoga Challenge. So my name is Tanita and I'll be taking you through the next 7 days. If you're new here, it's great to have you, and if you're returning from the last challenge, welcome back. So the Cultivate Your Core series is all about using the core, growing your foundations, and then putting that into your everyday movement. Over the next 7 days, what we're going to be doing is looking at isolated core movements to really increase your core strength. We're going to look at lots of plank variations to kind of tone and strengthen your entire body. And then we're going to move into more advanced balancing yoga postures, which also incorporates a lot of core strength to hold the positions. So thanks for joining. Don't forget to hit subscribe so that you can get the notifications for new sessions. And there's also a few free handouts that I'll be sending through to you guys. So you can roll your mats out and we'll get started. Okay guys, so for today's session we're going to start off laying on our backs. Today's class is going to be a short one. If you want to make it a bit more intense, you can do 2 rounds. We're going to start off nice and easy with some breathing, so rest your palms onto your belly button, extend your legs down, and you can close your eyes here if you want to. Just take a deep inhale through your nose, try to hear the breath coming down the back of your throat. And a slow exhale through the nose. Each time you inhale, just try and fill the belly with air. Feel the chest rising. And on the exhale, coming back down. On your next inhale, you can start to open your eyes. We're going to extend the arms overhead. Let's see if we can make the body nice and long. So really press through the fingertips. Maybe point the toes. Just start to find some movement here. So you can flex the feet. You can start to roll the wrists around. And then one more inhale. See if you can grow a little bit longer. And then on your exhale, we're going to draw the knees into the chest. So engage your core now. You're going to wrap the arms around the shins. And just see if you can make your body as small as possible. So draw the heels into the sit bones, point the toes, and really squeeze the knees into the chest. Still just focusing on your breath. We're going to come through a gentle Vinyasa Flow and then start to add our core movements in. So from here, take the hands onto the shins and just start to rock backwards and forwards. We're going to be rolling up into a plank position. So what you can do is cross the ankles now, and a few more rolls. When you're ready, a big roll up, ground the hands down and step back to your plank position. Really press through the palms, make sure the shoulders are over the wrists, and we're rolling back to downward dog. So as you exhale, tuck your chin, press into the upper back. Start to roll your hips up. Maybe you can keep the knees bent. We're going to focus on a long spine first, and then we can start to press the heels down. Let's take a few deep breaths here. Remember to keep the chin tucked onto the chest. And we're coming through the rolling wave. So take a deep inhale, elevate your heels. Start to draw your pelvis towards the belly button. See how slowly you can roll forwards. So you're moving through each vertebra. You're finding flexion in your spine. Keep the chin tucked. And when the shoulders get over the wrist, you're going to start to draw the hips down towards the mat. We're going to come to a gentle upward dog. So you can rest your thighs down. And then start to squeeze the shoulder blades together. See if you can broaden through the chest. Maybe lift your chin towards the ceiling. And a few deep breaths. On your next exhale, tuck your chin down. Press through the hands, use your knees if you need to. And then start to find your way back to downward dog. So you should feel the arms working already. Keep drawing the belly button in to engage the core. And then find your way to your downward dog.
And then on your inhale, start to walk the feet towards the hands. You can bend your knees a lot. Keep your hips nice and high. And then just find a way to the top of the mat. Coming down to a gentle forward fold. So maybe hold onto your elbows here. You can gently sway from side to side. And then release the arms down. Take a deep inhale, start to roll up to standing, so bend the knees. Keep the chin tucked. And as you start to come up, reach your arms above you. Make your body as long as possible. You can take the palms together, relax the shoulders. So you can press the fingertips towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, start to take the hands to heart center. And we're going to walk the feet nice and wide. So we're going to take them about the same width as your mat, maybe a little further. And start to engage your quads, drop your hips down. We're going to find our way to Malasana prayer squat. So we want to keep the heels on the mat if we can. You want to keep the spine long. And just see how far you can sink down. And wherever you are, a few easy breaths. And from here, we're finding our way down to seated again. So use your hands if you need to. Otherwise, press forwards. Start to drop the hips a little further and find your way onto your mat. Draw the feet close and slowly start to roll down onto your back. So our first core movement, we're going to be doing 10 reps and we're going to take a little break in between each round. So the first one are baby crunches. So you want to have your feet about hip distance apart. Make sure your lower back is pressing down into the mat. And all we're going to do is reach the fingertips towards the heels. So we're just going to do 10 little lifts. Only your shoulders are coming up. We're going to focus on the lower core. So 8 more to go. Just do it in your own time. And when you've done your 10, just relax down onto your mat. And just take a few deep breaths here. So we're going to do one more round. We'll go a little bit quicker now. So as you inhale, sit up and start to lower down. So remember, just the shoulders are lifting. Focus on the lower core working. We've got 5 more to go. 3. Last one. And relax down onto your mat. Hug your knees into your chest so you can make your body nice and small. And then release your feet back down. So next movement is heel taps. So we're going to keep the shoulders lifted this time. It's going to be a little bit more work. We're going to tap the fingers towards the heels. So as you inhale, lift the chest up. We're doing 5 on each side. So reach towards the outside of the heel. Just doing 10 of these. 4 more to go. And relax down. Good job. So you should feel that core working already. We're going to come through one more round. Again, just 10 repetitions. Let's do it together. So lift your shoulders up. Keep the lower back on the mat. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax down. Hug your knees into your chest. Cross your ankles. Roll up to a seated position. Hands down. Step back to a plank. And we're rolling back to downward dog. So tuck your chin. Press into the upper back. Roll your hips up nice and high. Keep pressing through the palms. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. And we're taking 5 deep breaths here. So on your next inhale, coming through the rolling wave, so start to elevate your heels. Remember to move slowly. Start to draw the pelvis towards the belly button. Engage your core around your spine. See how slowly you can find your way to upward dog. You should feel your arms working a lot here. And when the shoulders are over the wrists, we're going to draw the hips down, finding an active upward dog. So keep the hips lifted off the mat if you can. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take a deep inhale And as you exhale, start to tuck your chin, press into the upper back, and roll back to downward dog. So here you're either walking your feet to your hands, or you're going to take a light hop. If you're hopping, bend your knees, gaze forwards, and land with the feet more or less together. And we're finding a gentle forward fold, so straighten the legs, relax the upper body down. And then as you inhale, start to roll up to standing. Reach your arms up nice and high. Relax your shoulders. And then start to draw the hands to heart center. Walk your feet to the outer edge of the mat. And we're coming down to Vinyasa prayer squat position. So the heels are rooting down. You're sinking the hips down. Your spine is long. And then when you're ready, find a way to seated. Press your palms forwards. Drop the hips down. Draw the feet close. Start to roll down onto your back. And the next move, so it's called a C crunch. We're drawing the feet together. Keep the heels nice and close. You're going to take the hands just to the outside of the head. And you're going to draw the rib cage towards the thighs. So everything's lifting here. So rib cage to the thighs, forehead to the knees. And slowly lower back down. So we're going to count 1, 2 as we lift up. Inhale, draw everything together. And exhale, lower back down. We're just doing 4 more. Three more to go. So the rib cage is going towards the thighs. 2 more. And last one, so you can get a little bit closer. And relax down onto your mat. We're going to come through that one more time. We're going to do 10, but nice and fast. So hands to the outside of your head. And as you inhale, rib cage towards the thighs, back down. So move at your own pace. When you've done your 10, you're going to be hugging your knees into your chest. You should feel the core burning a little bit now. Remember to use your breath. And when you've done your 10, just hug your knees into your chest and take a few deep breaths. Try to relax your core muscles. And then we're rolling up to our plank positions across your ankles. See if you can do 1 roll to get yourself there. Ground your hands, jump back. And tuck your chin, roll back to downward dog. Press through the palms. Make sure your spine is long. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. And then on your inhale, the rolling wave, elevate the heels. Move nice and slow. Draw your belly button in as you roll forwards. Keep the chin tucked. Keep pressing through the arms. And then when the shoulders get over the wrists, start to drop your hips down. We're going to find a gentle upward dog, so your shoulders are over the wrists. Start to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Really lengthen out the front line of your body. You can take the chin towards the ceiling if it's comfortable. And then as you exhale, tuck your chin, press into the upper back. Start to roll back to downward dog. And this time, as you inhale, take your right leg up high. We're going to bend that knee and start to roll the leg forwards. So we're going to step the foot to the outside of the right hand. See if you can pause before you place the foot down. And when you get there, start to drop your left knee. We're coming to lizard pose stretch. So if this is enough of a stretch for you, you're going to stay there. If not, see if you can work that left elbow down onto the mat. You can even walk your right foot out a little further if you want to. And then maybe the right elbow comes down as well. We're going to hold here for about 10 seconds. So just let gravity start to pull the hips down a little deeper. And then on your next inhale, press through the hands. Start to step that right foot back, so tuck the left toes under. Step back to a plank position. Tuck your chin, roll back to downward dog. And we're coming through the left side. So as you inhale, reach that left leg up high, start to bend the knee, and we're rolling forward. So we're going to find our way to our lunge position. So try to pause before you put the foot down. When you get there, drop the back knee, and maybe walk your left foot out a little bit further. If this is enough of a stretch for you, you're going to stay here. If not, with each exhale, start to drop the elbows down. So really use your breath when you're in these postures. Each time you exhale, just think about relaxing those muscles. And then on your next inhale, find your way back up. So press through the hands. Make sure the right toes are tucked under. Step back to your plank position. And then tuck your chin, start to roll back to downward dog. And this time we're either going to step or hop the feet to the outside of the hands to find our prayer squat position. So think about being light as you hop forwards. Bend your knees, gaze between the hands, and hop to the outside of the hands. Find your prayer squat position. See if you can get the heels down. Maybe take the feet wider if you need to. And then when you're ready, coming down to seated, so press the hands forwards, drop the hips down, draw the feet together, and we're coming up to boat pose now. This is a really great movement just to work the entire body. We're going to start off modified and we're going to make it a little bit more difficult. So make sure you're on the sit bones, not on the lower back. Take your hands just behind the thighs, keep your chest lifted, and slowly start to draw the feet up so that they're eye level. So just take a few deep breaths here. Squeeze everything together. And then as you exhale, release your feet back down. That's option one. Option two, we're going to release the hands from the legs. So start off the same way. Draw the feet up so the toes are eye level. You want to squeeze your knees together. See if you can extend your arms. We're going to hold for 5, 4, keep your chest lifted, 3, 2, and 1. Relax back down. Good job. You're going to come through one more round. So hands behind the legs, chest lifted, draw the belly button in, toes eye level. See if you can extend the arms, maybe extend the legs as well. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax the legs down, reach your arms up high, and as you exhale, start to find a forward fold. So you can bend the knees, hold onto the ankles. You want to try to get the belly button to the thighs, chest down to the knees, and take a few deep breaths here. If you can, maybe start to walk your hands a little further forwards, see if you can hold on to the outside of the feet. And if your knees are bent, just start to press them down into the back of the mat. And then as you inhale, start to find your way back up. So we're coming up to boat pose one more time. Make sure the hips are nice and grounded, not on the lower back. Extend your arms, chest lifted, toes eye level, maybe extend fully. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest the legs down and slowly find your way onto your back. So bend the knees, draw the heels in close, relax your shoulders down onto the mat. And we're going to come through the same core movement. So we're doing 5 of each movement. So let's start off with our baby crunches. Just lifting the shoulders up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax down. Coming to our heel tap. So we're going to do 5 on each side. Lift the shoulders and tap. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax down. Coming to our C crunches. So hands to the outside of the head. Draw your feet together. Lift the toes off the mat and rib cage to the thighs. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax down. Hug your knees into your chest, cross your ankles, and let's roll up to our plank position. Hop your feet back. Tuck your chin, roll back to downward dog. And let's take a few deep breaths here. See if you can take the heels down a little further now. Keep pressing through the hands. And we're coming through the rolling wave. So a deep inhale. Elevate the heels. Start to draw the pelvis towards the belly button. And we move nice and slowly here. Your core will be working. Your arms are working. Press into the upper back. And then start to find your way to your upward dog position. So you're drawing the hips down, rolling the shoulders back, really broadening through the chest. And then on your exhale, tuck your chin, push into the upper back, start to roll back to downward dog. This time on your inhale, right leg up high. We're going to bend the knee and start to roll the knee towards the chin. So nice and slowly. Press through the hands and then find your way to a lunge position. We're going to drop the back knee down, come into half leg split stretch. So sink your hips back, lift the toes on the right foot, and as you exhale, let the upper body relax down. We're going to stay here for about 10 seconds. And on your inhale, rocking back to the front, ground the hands down, tuck the left toes under, step back to downward dog, hips nice and high, press through the palms, and we'll come through the left side. So on your inhale, left leg high, bend the knee, slowly start to roll your knee towards the chin, find your way to your lunge position, try to pause before you put the foot down, and then drop that back knee. Start to sink your hips back, straighten the left leg as much as you can, and just let your body sink down. So again, 10 seconds here. Nice deep breaths. And then as you inhale, find your way back to a lunge position, ground your hands, step back to downward dog. We're coming to Malasana prayer squat, so either stepping or hopping the feet. Try and find lightness when you hop, so bend the knees, gaze forwards, a light hop to the outside of the hands. And when you're in your prayer squat position, try and lift the chest, drop the heels down, and take a few deep breaths. And then when you're ready, pressing forwards, finding your way to a seated position. And we're going to come to Russian twists now. So using boat pose just to work on the side of the core there. Sit up nice and tall, make sure you're on the sit bones, not the lower back. Extend your arms or use your hands to begin with. We're going to keep the hands towards the chest, and we're slowly going to tap from side to side. So you can either reach the outside hand down, or you can just do the movement so that you can feel all those muscles down the side of the core working. We're doing 6 more. And when you've done your 6, extend your legs down, reach your arms up, find a forward fold. So this time the hands are coming over the top of the feet, bend your knees if you need to, and then start to press the belly button, chest down and forehead down towards the legs. We're going to hold for a few deep breaths. And then on your inhale, finding your way back up. So we're coming to one more round of our Russian twist. So on the sit bones, draw the knees high, feet together, hands close, and we're doing 5 on each side. So twist round, just tap to the outer edge of your mat. You're going to do 10 in your own time. And when you've done your 10, you can find your way onto your back. So when you're ready, just relax the heels down. Use your hands to squeeze the hips forwards and then slowly roll down onto your back. Good job. Our last movement. So straight leg lifts is quite an intense one for the lower core. Relax your shoulders onto your mat. Start to extend your feet up towards the ceiling. You can keep your knees bent if your hamstrings are tight. If you want to sit on your hands, you can. And as we exhale, we're going to lower the legs down just above the mat. So we're just going to do 6 of these. And then as you inhale, start to draw the feet back up. Just be conscious of your lower back lifting. Keep pressing it down. And as you inhale, extend back up. So we've got 4 more. Exhale down. And inhale back up. 3 more. And last 2. And 1 more, just above the floor. And back up, good job. Draw your knees close, hug your arms around the shins. And just gently start to rock backwards and forwards. And then find your way up to a seated position. And when you get there, let's just take a moment of meditation and concentration. So close your eyes, make sure your spine is long, relax your shoulders. And just take a deep inhale through your nose, fill your belly with air. And a long, slow exhale. One more time, a nice deep inhale. And exhale. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Good job, everyone. So that wasn't a very high intensity class, but lots of very controlled core movements. So thank you for joining me. Don't forget to hit subscribe, join the Facebook community, and you'll see links below in the description where you can get your free handouts as well. So I'll see you guys on your mat soon.